I know they got us here to talk and then like eat some Chipotle, but what if we just ate and did not talk anymore? Like, you think they'd be mad? You think they'd be mad at us?
It's kind of ridiculous to have it like straight off the line, right at the yeah.
Right. You know, nothing's more Hollywood than when they make Chipotle just for you. I can't believe we did another combo breaker. What was your first one? Like 2022?
2021, 2022.
No, there's no 2021.
2022. Because I hadn't really gone to a lot of out-of-state majors. It was mostly just Florida. I'd gone to like CEO and things like that. I'd kept it real contained. When we started going places, was the first time I really started getting to go places.
Wow. Why didn't you ever go before?
Work, school.
Just say you were broke, man. Just say you were broke.
I moved a lot. I was broke. A multitude of factors.
You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie. All right?
Yeah, plus I wasn't like, I don't know. I think it was like, I let the idea of like, oh, if I'm not going to do extremely well in these tournaments, maybe it's not worth traveling, which is super incorrect. But I guess like that nagging voice, you know?
That makes sense. I feel like a lot of people kind of hold themselves back from traveling to big majors because of that. But now it's kind of like, it's become more of a spectacle. You know, a lot of spectators. You know, just getting to watch is pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a lot of my origin in this was just like, I don't know, I was Stream Monster first, right? It was the first thing, watching everybody, watching all the old school stuff. I don't know, from Street Fighter 4 on, just getting involved in.
You did start with Street Fighter 4, didn't you? That was like your first competitive game. I mean, everybody played something back before.
Of course.
But I feel like Street Fighter 4 is the reason that like a lot of people went to tournaments, right? 09.
Because I played Marvel 2 like when I was a kid, but that was like I was just slamming buttons and I had no idea what was going on.
What is a combo?
I did not know. But no, yeah, Street Fighter 4 I think was the first like traditional fighting game where I was like, okay, hold on. This is actually, I'd always had like a light interest in it, but it had never been like fully into it. I don't know. I think it was same thing for you. Like was Street Fighter 4 like the one?
I used to compete in some tournaments before, like Tekken, you know, Tekken 3, Tekken 5. Back when I was in high school, I competed in Tekken 3 because the video game store I worked at when I was in high school, we had a Tekken 3 cab, we'd have tournaments, and then I'd get to play for free, so it was kind of cheating. So I'd get all kinds of practice on the cab. Everybody's, you know, only knows how to play from home, so. Were you around for 2011 in Tampa when Marvel 3 came out? Because I feel like you were, because we were all starting to play Marvel, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, right from the jump. Because that was like, really our introduction to each other was you were hosting tournaments and I started coming to your store to play in them. Because I remember playing in the Marvel 3 vanilla release tournament at your store. Because that was the classic case of, I was pretty sure I was nice. And I found out I was not nice.
No, I think the first tournament you came to, because I remember seeing a single elimination paper bracket on a poster board, and it was your name was on it, and it was 2008. Mm-hmm. 2008. I think it was for Smash, actually.
It was.
Yeah.
It absolutely was. I remember because I've told that story before. I was the best of my friends. The classic story. Showed up, single elimination. Lost to somebody that not even the people at the store knew. So I was like more random than the random, and then ended up. And yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I think that's always been the weirdest thing for me is when I'm doing stuff and I feel like I'm not making progress or being successful quickly, I want to quit. I'm such a quitter. But like with fighting it, for some reason I was like, when's the next one? I need to do a little better.
I gotta avenge myself. No one else will avenge you, so.
What was the motivation to start with tournaments? Because that was like your first foray into doing that. No, because you had like done like events a little bit, no? Or was that like really the first dip into running events? Like, Doing this at the store. Yeah.
Oh, like TNS and stuff?
Yeah.
Because we were hosting like little locals for games because I was trying to get more people to come to my video game store. I'm like, yeah, you know, if I get kids to come into my store, I say kids, I was in my early 20s when I opened the store. So I was like, you know, get these kids to come into my store because they want to play in tournaments and, you know, win a couple $100. That was back in the day when a couple $100 for, you know, a pop bonus was like huge, you know. I didn't really host a TNS until I went to CEO 2010.
Okay.
I went to CEO 2010. I went to Jabali's event, and I knew Jabali a little bit because some of my friends knew Jabali, and you know he used to host. I don't know what he used to call him before CEO, but it was really hot, and it was in a warehouse, airplane hangar, barn, and I was like, it's still cool though because there's so many people there. I'm like, I gotta host something bigger. You know what I mean? And he called his CEO Community Effort Orlando. So now I was like, I gotta call something Tampa. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is gonna be a great name for 15 years later. You know, when we're across the country. Yeah, Tampa. That's gonna be the name for it. So
I can see it on this.
Yeah. And the thing is, you know, I was gonna host it at my game store because I didn't know anything. I didn't know you could even pay for a venue to host it at another place really like that. So I'm like, okay, we got to host at the game store, but we're open for business during the day. So I'm like, we got to host it at night. But people get mad at us if it's too late at night. So we have to imply in the title that it's going to be a late night tournament. So, and we were like, well, what do we call it? What do we call it? There's Community Effort Orlando. We got to call it something Tampa. And then we said, Tampa Never Sleeps. I think Mike Popello actually came up with that one. We were just sitting around in my living room and just thinking about ideas.
Yeah.
And and that was it. That was we call it Tampa Never Sleeps. This would be a one-time thing, and we, you know, everybody came through. Jabali was there, Flash Metroid was there. All the Florida guys, Miami, South Florida, all of them showed up. Orlando showed up. It was pretty dope. We had like 150 people in like a 600 square foot room. It feels like.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the store was very narrow.
It was a small place. But yeah. And it worked out, and then we just kept hosting those.
Yeah.
And then, but obviously we didn't start doing the online thing till COVID.
I remember sitting in my room. I think it was like Valorant had just like the Valorant beta just started. We ended up getting in. We sat down, and I remember you coming to my room and being like, "Hey, I think we're gonna play Marvel tonight, like online. Do you wanna come hang out?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." It's just like,
that's it. That's all. That's all it took. But I mean, like 2012 to 2018, all I would do is travel to go play, right? Because Marvel 3 really got me. But in 2011, I was probably the absolute worst player in our town. I'd go 0-2 every time. I think I beat one guy randomly because he was just like not a hardcore fighting game player.
Yeah.
He played Marvel 3 on simple mode, so I was like, damn, I definitely just stole a win here. Yeah. I would lose to everybody. And then 2012 is when it was like, you know, doing pretty good here. I should travel out of town. Mm-hmm. And that's when I did. You know, that's also when that match against Combo Fiend happened. Just very tragic.
You'll never get, that's like the legacy. You'll never escape this match.
I don't know why, man. I don't know why. But now we got all these new kids playing Marvel now.
The new kids playing Marvel. I mean, like you said, Combo Breaker just happened. Dude, this TJ guy. I can't believe that the Florida legacy of being ridiculous at Marvel is getting to continue with this guy.
With Rocket Punch. Fabulous Zucchini, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like, so proud of that kid. He won Frosties 2 years in a row. Mm-hmm. He won Combo Breaker this year. So, I mean, yeah, the kid is definitely ridiculous. He's only like 20. He's not, He's only like 20. There's so many young kids now that are like so good at fighting games, right?
He's only been playing for like, what, like he's like less than 3 years right now?
Like serious competitive play is like 2 years, but he said he'd been playing a lot longer than that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, for him to win like that, I mean, beating Ray, all these top guys, I mean, that's ridiculous. He also got, I think I got seventh at 2X KO.
Which is absurd because in that game too, he does the same thing. He like plays suboptimal stuff
like suboptimal stuff.
He doesn't play the top tiers.
But he plays it.
because it like fits his play style. Because even with the team he played Darius Braum for the most part in that tournament. And that has like multiple fusions, like freestyle is ridiculous with it, 2x can be good. He specifically is like, no, I'm gonna be correct. I wanna have damage when I'm correct. I'm gonna play double down. It's the same thing as Rocket Punch. He's like, if I'm right all the time, this is optimal.
Yeah, that's true. It does work. So 7th place. That's crazy. Who ended up winning 2XKO? Was it Sonic Fox and Enzyme?
The duo.
Yeah. Finally, we got that big duo win here.
Dude, and I was so happy because the number one thing, I was sitting in the crowd and I was bracing for impact. I was like, do they have 2 trophies? Because that is my favorite thing about 2XKO being at these tournaments now is that you have to prepare. It's like, okay, for top 8, we have to double medals for everything just in case.
Yeah. Did we have 2 trophies though?
Yeah, 2 trophies.
Okay. Like that would have been a huge logistical error on our part.
No, yeah, I was gonna say you guys came in clutch.
Either that or a huge disrespect on our part to not have 2 trophies.
Well, at that point, you RPS and somebody gets the medal and somebody gets the trophy.
That would be rude.
I remember before Combo Breaker, Team Fight came out, right? Everybody's like, ban Team Fight. It's so cheap. I'm like, man, shut up. Sick of y'all talking about stuff that's cheap, man. I played against Zero and Morgan for 15 years. I don't want to hear about cheap. I played against Vanilla, Dark Phoenix. I don't want to hear about cheap. You know what I mean? Nothing in games today is as cheap as things were in games from back in the day.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, it's across all genres too, because obviously Marvel is a great example, but like, even going back to like, I think of my nightmares are plagued by like Vanilla Sagat in Street Fighter 4, right?
Bruh, I had to play against Meta Knight and Brawl. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nothing. You know? This guy just spinning a circle, and that's it. That's it. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, now Team Fight was banned, and Duo still won. Hey, you know?
Well, to be fair though, that duo is just, I don't know, they're ridiculous.
They're kind of good at the game, I guess. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh man, I think it's been cool too to see like, I don't know, as a longtime fan of like, I don't know, just playing League of Legends and stuff. I have like, it's always had like a very soft spot in my heart. So getting to see that IP and see some of these characters come to life in a different way has been, I don't know, one of the coolest experiences I ever could have thought of for fighting games ever. I don't know. It just from the perspective of these two things that I've always had like such an interest in to like collide like this is, I don't know. It's hard to even explain how weird it is to like absorb. They have so many cool characters, and a lot of them. I mean, they've even gone on record with some of the design blogs talking about some of the characters were like inspired by fighting games already. There's like characters that they have like true rekkas in League of Legends that are like inspired by fighting games. So it's cool to see the carryover, and hopefully some of those characters make it in.
I feel like at this point, most gamers have played fighting games, which I feel like wasn't the case back in the day. Like obviously, if you go back to like the 90s and the 2000s, everybody plays Street Fighter 2 or whatever, you know? But now it's like in this generation, we've got, a resurgence of fighting games, and I feel like everybody's played, some, 2XKO or Street Fighter or Guilty Gear or, Tekken. Everybody's played some Tekken, right?
I was gonna say that, like, you're hard pressed to find someone who hasn't at the family gathering played like Mortal Kombat or Tekken with their little cousin, right?
Yeah.
It's almost surreal how widespread it is, considering it felt like a very niche hobby for me when I was first getting into it, and now it's like, it's everywhere.
Yeah, I always get the, every time I go for an event, I travel, I'm out of town, and I'm getting that Uber ride from the airport, and your Uber driver's always asking you, oh, what are you in town for? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, I work fighting game events. Like fighting game events, what is that? Like, oh, like a video games. And it's like, oh, and then they always say, like Mortal Kombat? I'm like, yes, like Mortal Kombat. It's the only one they know.
Yep.
It's the only one. Every Uber driver legally has to know what Mortal Kombat is. That's it. And I'll be like, yeah, like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter or Tekken. They never heard of any of those. Yeah. It's like Mortal Kombat. I'm like, cool. I'm hoping that Fabulous Zucchini, I know I talk about him all the time because, we sponsor him, TNS. But I'm hoping that he goes and he can make top 8.
No.
But I feel like the talent pool is even more stacked, so it's going to be kind of crazy because everybody's going to come through internationally. I feel like everybody came through internationally for CB too, right?
That was a pretty ridiculous amount of people there. It was on. I feel like it was like half of the normal people we would see at some of this international stuff. So it was a very, very good crowd, as well as every single North American player. So it was a really, really good spread. I think for me, I don't know. I know he just got second, but I feel like it's impossible for me to see a bracket and Hikari's name in it and not think Hikari's gonna win it, man.
Hikari is a shoo-in for top 8 in every bracket.
No.
Doesn't matter what the bracket is. It could be 2X KO, it could be Dragon Ball, it could be, curling. Like, it really doesn't matter.
I'm sure he can figure it out.
Yeah. I think he'll learn quick. But yeah, I mean, if team fight is allowed,
Yeah.
and we just saw Sonic and Enzem win without it, and supposedly team fight's so broken, blah blah blah. But I can't see them not repeating if they get to use an even better fuse. But we also have Super Noon, who's been a lock.
Noon is so due. If Noon won Evo, that would be the greatest story because of how consistent he's been. He's been so close, so many events in a row.
Oh man, but he's been so consistently not winning. I need him to win instead of getting second or third or fourth. What did he get this time at CB?
I believe he got third.
Oh yeah.
No one has so consistently been on the podium. He has, like, his actual record is genuinely unbelievable for his results. It's just, I don't know. I think people forget that Noon is as good as he is.
But you know who we didn't have at CB? The Twins.
The Twins weren't there. It's true.
The Twins came through. They won the what was the exhibition? The Red Bull event.
Yes.
Yeah. So they were able to beat Sonic and Enzem. They beat everybody. Was it a duos only event?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like, maybe they're the best duo. Who knows?
Yeah. Then we can't discount like Wawa, Noka, a lot of the players coming over from France as well.
France is OP. You gotta know that at least one player from France is gonna make it in, right? Like, it'd be hard not to. Statistically, it would just have to at least be at least one player.
Of course.
It wouldn't. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the Twins came over for Frosties, and like I feel like they underperformed. But I think it was also their first time competing in the U.S. So, but yeah, I know that like at Frosty they kind of struggled a little bit. Like they still did really good, but like anything less than like a top 3 for them would be like a little bit underperforming, right? So, but now they've already got that experience under their belt. They've been playing more against international competition.
Yeah.
Like maybe.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's hard to imagine a team like that getting even better with the amount of experience they've gotten because the fact that their initial entry was already like 7th, 5th, 9th, like they're already in the conversation. I don't know, with room to grow, they could be. I think that Sonic Enzem is the best duo in the world currently, but the Twins are like, they're on the radar.
But how can you say that when the Twins beat Sonic and Enzem?
I know, but maybe it's just maybe it's the North American bias. I don't know.
Because the Twins said team fight is better than
Freestyle?
freestyle.
Yeah.
But the Twins used freestyle against everybody using team fight.
Yeah.
And still won. So if they're learning team fight, it might be case closed. It might be over. I don't know. But nobody's really thinking about right now, but they really should be because he just got top 8 at this event, and you never know if he could win. Globo.
Dude, I don't know what it is about the way Globo plays, but I feel like it's just so absurdly correct. I am a on record known Teemo hater. And when I watch Globo play Teemo, I'm like, I kind of want to do that. That's kind of sick, actually.
You know what's crazy though? I always feel like people overreact when it comes to patches, right? when they nerfed him, everybody was like, oh, he's useless now. Nobody wants to play him, blah, blah, blah. I feel like we got a couple of Teemos every top 8.
Of course. I mean, I feel like a lot of the people who still believe just stuck with it if the character fit, and then some of the people ended up going back like Noon. Super Noon switched off of Teemo, and I was like, oh, you know, like his Teemo was really good, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it was just because of the patch. He went back to it. Like, he's in the conversation for the best Teemo in the world. He's been ridiculous with him.
That's it. Because I think in the beginning, everybody felt like if both your characters weren't strong point characters, it's not a good character, you know? It's kind of like, I don't know, when you play Marvel and people are like, oh yeah, Doom isn't that good because, you know, he's only an assist. I'm like, turns out that's pretty important, bro. Like, I don't know. In an assist-based game?
And also, just some people's playstyles work out with other things. I mean, everybody sees him play a multitude of games. Idom, the Marvel player, he plays 3 support characters. He doesn't have a point character. His point character is in the 2. Like he's got Dorm second. It's fine, but he makes it work. I think like Idom doing that, and then people like Fabulous Zucchini playing like a fuse that's not quite what you would normally see. I think people underrate playing to your strengths rather than playing to like the greater strengths of the game. I think that's super underrated in the current state of affairs.
4 years of combo breaker in a row, post-COVID, just having so many memories now. It's kind of crazy. Like, I feel like it went by in a flash, right? Like, this weekend went by in a flash, but 4 years also kind of went hard.
Yeah, I think that's been one of the weirdest experiences for me, is going to events, and it used to be like those 3 days felt like a month, and it's like as we've done more and gotten more busy and gotten to, I guess, know more people and have more things to do, it feels like these weekends just like flash by. So it's like, I don't know, trying to focus on having those good memories and enjoying the good times while you're in them, you know?
I'm already thinking about next year's CB, you know, auction tournaments and stuff like that. We got Evo next month. We got CEO the month after that. I feel like just, I don't know, the events keep coming, and I don't know. Maybe I need to stop and smell the roses a little bit, but I don't know. I blink and it's over every time. These tables are pretty close. I feel like I should spoon feed you.
What'd you get?
It's too spicy for you. You can't handle this.
Can I try it?
No. I was joking.
Oh, okay.
It's not okay. It's not for you.
You want to try?
No.
I just.
You put sour cream in yours.
I didn't.
It looks like sour cream. What is that?
It's just well mixed. Queso.
I actually like mine separate, so that way I just eat a piece of meat and a piece of rice. That's how I don't know, that's how you do it in Asia.
Okay.
You know?
No, see, I just straight away mix it up.
Yeah.
I want a little bit of everything, every bite.
Yeah, you mix everything up like a bibimbap.
Sure, actually.
You know what a bibimbap is?
You put me on.
That's true. I did put you on. Put you on your whole swag, everything. Put you on this ugly sweater, though.
Well, I felt like that's a good color for me. Can't even say anything. That's not good. That's not good.